I curse every now and then.
Microphone's around the court.
God almighty, give me a break, will you?
All right, John McEnroe.
Just a few of the many highlights of John McEnroe's career, a career which included 17 total Grand Slam titles, 4 years as #1 ranked player in the world, and induction into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. And he tells his story in this new book, You Cannot Be Serious. John, always good to see you.
Good
How
to
you
see
feeling?
you, Jim. Thanks for the kind words there at the opening.
Yeah, not bad, right?
It's unbelievable.
Meant it,
I
John.
owe you big.
Would not say it if I didn't mean it. John, let me start first. Excellent book, by the way, and I know you were hands-on with the book. I'm not going to ask you the one thing that everybody always asks you. John, why are you like this? Why are you so intense? Why are you so angry? Why are you so abusive? John, I've been to New York. I know why you're like this. There's a town of John McEnroes there. You just happen to be very good at tennis.
And I was also lucky to be growing up near a tennis court. And my parents are Irish-Americans. Loud family, Jim, you can imagine. New York's got some energy.
With McEnroes? Loud?
Not us, right? and the good part is that the fire inside me was I was able to utilize that in a positive way, and hopefully in the future I'll get a little bit more serious, just a little bit more.
Yeah. Now, what about that tennis court that was nearby? Did you seek the tennis court out, or did you somehow just end up at it?
Well, it was considered an upper-class sissy thing to do, so I wasn't running in that direction. But after I played some basketball, some football, baseball, soccer, whatever else there was to do with my friends, I found myself still with a little bit of energy left, decided to go down there, start hitting against the backboard, and started finding older guys to play with. My parents started to play when I started to play, so they had no idea I was any good. Local pros said, hey, this guy's not bad. Let's send him to a different place. Where they ended up sending me a little farther away in Long Island was a place for greats like Harry Hopman, who was a great Davis Cup captain, Vitas Gerulaitis, the man who taught me to play, Tony Palafox, hosts of other people. Peter Fleming were there, and it was just a very exciting place to be, and it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me.
But at the same time, you never really loved the sport. You never really had that great passion for the sport. You just were very, very good at it.
This may be hard to believe, but I'm more of a team guy. I mean, I would have liked to be a basketball player, maybe not the best, but one of the best. Maybe the Scottie Pippen, perhaps, or Michael Jordan, or I don't know which one's better, Kobe or Shaq. Hard to say right now. But
hey, John, seriously, could you have just been a guy? Could you have just been a complimentary guy on a team? I mean, it was pretty important to get to the top of the world.
I think when all is said and done, it was meant to be for whatever reason that I needed to be on a tennis court. That all the glory, the difficult part, Jim, was when you lost. I mean, that's the part I had a problem with. The fact that when you lose, you feel naked out there, you feel down and out, and that's where I think, and I write in the book, that the insecurities came out in defensiveness and not being sure to how to react and the way people would view me, how I view myself. So it didn't always come out in the right way.
So pick up on that. I mean, you spend all your time working towards this goal. The goal is to be the best in the world, to be on top. You finally get there, but you didn't necessarily like the view from up above, did you?
Well, the goal was not necessarily to be the best in the world. The goal was to become a professional tennis player. Once I realized and embraced that, I took some pressure off myself, I felt, perhaps by really enjoying the first couple of years of my career, not even thinking about being #1. It wasn't until September of '81 that I was officially #1, and the shocking thing was, after playing Borg and all those great matches, that a couple of months later, as I write in the book, that he decided to quit playing. So that was so demoralizing in a way that I had a tough time pumping up from that, and that's one of the reasons why the view from the top was disappointing. The fact that we sat there, one of our greatest players of all time had decided that he needed time off from the game. They were pressuring him in ways that he felt uncomfortable with, and he walked away from it. I thought that was horrible for myself and the game, and it took me a long time to get over that. And it made things less pleasant and less enjoyable.
Now, John, you were sitting with Vitas Gerulaitis when he made that announcement at age 25. Hey, guys, I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm leaving. What was your reaction?
We thought he was kidding. We thought we had already had too much to drink before the press conference. And the funny thing was that we went down to a press conference in Australia there, and he told people about how excited he was and looking forward to the next year. And I said, this guy may someday make a great politician.
John, you look back on your career, and as tough as you could be, as angry as you would get, as intense as you would get, and even as abusive as you could be, you were defaulted twice. John, you cannot be serious. Twice.
I loved that. That was well said.
Twice.
And once was when I just arrived late. And the other time was when there was a rule change. So one thing I did notice, Jim, is the better you got, the more you got away with. So talk about incentive to want to reach the top.
Bottom line, though, they knew they could not kill the golden goose. Johnny Mack was the reason people came to pay. Johnny Mack was the reason people came. They were not going to eject you, were they?
Well, there were times where I tried my best to get the fault, and I felt I would have been better off, and the sport would have been perhaps had they done so. But they refused to do so. So because of that, things went over the edge at times. But I think people like it when they see athletes that are giving 110% and on the edge, and that there's going to be mistakes, man. I think people relate to that more than they relate to. I love Bjorn Borg, and I wish him well, his third marriage last week. But nonetheless, when they look at me as the warts and all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I'd like to think that they can relate more to that than most other athletes.
John, no question, but if somebody had stood up to you at some point, would that have been better for the sport and for you personally, your game?
It's difficult to say. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I think it would have been better off. I kid around. My dad used to say that to me all the time. Listen, you don't need to do this. You're better than these guys. Just go out and play. The way he said it is, you don't need to do this. You're better than these guys. So I had a situation where it was a little confusing. I didn't know exactly what direction to go to, but I felt that the energy, and especially the first 8 years of my career, helped me. It was only later on, after having kids, questioning while I was doing that I became a bit like, I felt like I was a cigarette smoker, not wanting to stop, but continuing to do it, not knowing why.
There was no 12-stepper for it. All right, John, sit tight. When we come back, we'll do yet another segment. More with John McEnroe when The Last Word returns right after this.
Innovative, dependable, hard-working. These are the building blocks for every Chevy car. They're also the reason Chevy has the #1 selling cars in Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana. And we're building on our momentum with $2,500 cash back or 1.9% APR on Chevy Impala. Solid cars build one solid reputation. See your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer today.
V6 Nissan Altima, North American Car of the Year.
I made my decision.
Oh, he's so busted.
One of my steak medium.
He's got issues. Nice pants. These things are amazing.
Introducing Dockers Mobile Pant.
Well, I just sent some cash to my kid brother in Dallas.
Yeah, for his new pizza place.
You'll get it before you can say
Pepperoni.
When loved ones need to send or receive cash, location really is everything.
My mom's throwing a party in Philly for my dad's 75th, so I just sent some money to help out. I can't get there, but I know the cash will.
Only Western Union has over 90,000 agent locations worldwide, so chances are there's one near you.
I just picked up cash for an air conditioner, and getting here was no sweat.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
Use your head.
Showtime asks, where is the next Joe Frazier? The next Larry Holmes? The next Roberto Duran? Where is the next young star on his way to the main event? Showtime is bringing back boxing the way it used to be, with live bouts from around the world every other Saturday, live, 5 p.m., 4 Central. Showbox, the new generation, only on Showtime.